Right from the start, this guy, this legend, gave us one of the best music intros for the game in a long time. Just listen to this masterpiece. Chills. It's not just the music, it's this combination of the art and the music that creates this feeling that I really love. Well, I guess I'm gonna start off with music and audio. It is one of the best things about this game, and I do have a lot of good things to say. But let's get into music first. The music has been done quite nicely. There are in total 6 planets, and for each planet there is a unique soundtrack. There are in total 6 songs or 7 songs for each planet. You have to understand that each planet has a different theme around them, and by the looks and the music. Other than music, there are a lot of sound effects, which alone don't do much, but when they're combined, they make a living and a breathing world. From enemy tones to wood chopping to rabbits jumping around, it all comes really nice together and brings this planet to life.
Oh, that's a boss, right?
I am forecasting a failure, Commander.
And I believe it's time we inhabit those planets. The way you start to colonize the planet is super fun. So every first launch will be same-ish, so to say. You will have 3 clones with some basic supplies. Your ship is hovering over a random area on the map. And yes, you heard me right, a map. I'll talk about that a bit later, but first, let's yeet them clones. Fire away, Captain! Now, I'm not gonna explain to you the whole game, but I'm gonna try to give you a rough idea what you're getting into. Now, I'm gonna explain to you about 3 basic mechanics and the way they create a beautiful dance, truly. Or better yet, the game look, but then some. But before that, I have a major thing to compliment the creator of the game. You see, do you notice how your screen seems a bit crowded and it was a major complaint on the community, but I personally don't mind it. You have to understand this is an indie game, and the developer heard about his community and changed that almost instantly. Better yet, he is super active, giving updates and bug fixes without skipping his schedule of every 2 weeks. The game was not the most stable thing in the world on release, and that is why I delayed the review of the game, because I felt I could trust the developer, and he did deliver. The game is in really stable state. I played about 10 hours on the last patch, and I had 0 frame drops and 0 crashes. But not only did he fix the bugs, he also added some new features. Right, with that out of the way, let's get back to the game. So the dance has 3 simple moves. Your colonists need to survive and they need to complete the missions. Now, those missions vary from collecting, building, diplomacy or war, and maybe some other small stuff. But the way it's made, I love it. 90% of the mission are not on the map. You cannot see them. They will appear on the map once you accept the mission. That way the map never feels too crowded, but you will always have something to do. It will feel rather interactive. You can only select one mission at a time. Upon completing the mission, your clones will earn XP and you will earn some influence points. Now, the influence points are the mechanic of this game. And this is where it gets interesting. You can choose not to do any, and I mean don't do any missions at all, but the only way to get new clones is by finishing missions and gaining influence points. Once you earn the lowest needed amount of influence points, that is 8, you can call in a new ship with equipment and new clones. The amount of what is going to arrive is completely up to you and it's fully customizable. You can get new stuff like a radar and then you have a mini-map, or you can just get a tank of water and medicine, or something along those lines. So, in its core, the influence points is you as a commander showing to your superiors that your colony is able to establish and that is able to survive. And in response, your superiors are rewarding you with more resources with each completed mission. And the last couple of short things I want to talk about is the map, building and research. Yes, we do have different planets, but we do not have planet-sized maps. They're by no means small, they're huge maps. And each one of them is handcrafted. So the way each playthrough is different and challenging is where your space shuttle will hover over and where will the important resources appear. It is a nice dynamic and makes every playthrough different. So I didn't mention it, but with your clones and supplies in the beginning comes another thing, a quantum computer. Now, you start basically as a caveman, but with this quantum computer you can research new technology, and each new technology gives you quite a few things in the beginning, but later on it's more specific, so you need to plan ahead so you know what's going on. And the cherry on the top, the building. It's really well done and fun to use. You can build small tribal houses, or if you want, you can build a 5-story building. It's all depending on your preference and practically the roleplay you're going with. There are also quite a few skins to complement the way you want to make your colony. Before I give the score I want to put a warning. The game is not a quick play, it requires a lot of time to invest in it, but it's rather easy to immerse yourself into practically a captain of a colony. With that said, I would give this game a solid 7 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed my review of the game, and I would invite you all to keep an eye for my YouTube live, where I'll be recording and playing Prey on the Nightmare difficulty in preparation for my next review. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.